Well, hey everybody, it's Will Kid, and I'm here to give you a video walkthrough of our upcoming February 28th and March 1st hybrid estate sale in the Rocky Hill area of Knoxville, Tennessee. When I say hybrid estate sale, that means we're having an online auction and a tag sale in the same place at the same time. And I'll point out which items are which as I go through the house. But one thing you'll be able to observe for yourself, if you see one of these white strips of paper, that's going to be one of our online auction items. And you'll note that most of them will have a buy now price as well. So for instance, if you are jonesing for a Swedish Jobergs woodworker's bench, you can snap that puppy right up at the buy now price. Otherwise, it will sell to the highest bidder on February the 28th with pickup here at the house in West Knoxville on March the 1st. And that'll be both days by appointment because of the neighborhood and the driveway and parking situation that we've got here. So you can always go to 7seasestatesales.com to find the appointment scheduler beginning Sunday before the sale, and the online auction will be open with those buy now prices starting on the 18th of February. That's Tuesday the 18th. The auction opens up. Now, as you can see, this gentleman was a woodworker, and there's a bunch of cool tools here, and you can also see some of his handmade items in the house. So we've got the air compressor here, and it comes with the extra storage tank. The weed eater mower is in the online auction, but a lot of this other items are in the tag sale. Got a great Oric vacuum in the tag sale, and this just appeared. It wasn't here last time I came. He told me he's going to drop off more tools before the sale, so he's kind of going through what works and donating, or not donating, but adding some more items to the sale. We've got jacks, ladders. This is a really cool grow tent. If you're trying to sprout some stuff, grow things, that's a really good tent there. This is a really deep-throated scroll saw here, and there's a little bit shallower one. I think that's 24. The other one's 18-inch. A respectable name here, the Rikon on the bandsaw, and then all kinds of well-organized tools in here, and hardware and stuff, etc. Excuse me, bless me. All right, we got two sanders. Well, they got the belt sander with the grinder wheel on it. There's the other shallower throated scroll saw, and then you got the sharpener there, and then some cool antiques that are sitting around up here, and other kind of collectible fun things here. All your chemicals, cleaners, things that you'll need for woodworking. Got a nice telescope here, really nice telescope. And there's some other good hardware and other handy items in these various totes. There's camping gear sitting right here. Got the backpack right there. This is a really cool item, the humming bike, or it's an electric bike, and as best we can tell, it's in great working condition. The family tells us they bought it for a family member. They used it a couple times and then parked it, so it'll charge up for us and run around. That's a cool little bike, expensive new, and we got a good buy now price on that. There's also a bunch of iron pieces here, so you can see this is like fireplace gates and framing for a sewing machine, and some, I guess, some kind of biscuit maker. There's a juice press there. So interesting items out here in the garage. You're also going, the shelving is going to be for sale. So there's one set there you can see that's not assembled, and then these other shelves around here will be in the tag sale. So good set of tools here. If you're working on the workshop, this is a great place to come in and grab some cool stuff. We're going to have mason jars, weights, all your household cleaners and things. Coming in here behind the door, you'll see another selection of those. Just good old handy household items. That stuff's always a buck or two at our sales. Got some Christmas items. We're looking for a spot to spread out. We are selling the washer and dryer in this house. You'll find a bunch of luggage around as well. And then towels, cleaners, rags, all that kind of stuff. There's paper towels up there. All the good handy items. Cool. So tucking into the house now, I'm going to pop over to the master bedroom. You can see there's several pieces here from IKEA. So this is a pair, they call them Poang chairs, P-O-A-N-G. I'm not sure how someone in an IKEA store or Sweden would pronounce that word, but that's what they are. We're selling a pair here, and there's a single in another room. Got a nice Yamaha acoustic guitar here, also in the auction, but the steamer's in the tag sale. And this is a really cool antique retail. It's like we used to see these coming out of train stations. So inside, take a look at the auction number 23. You'll see it's got all the slots and dividers inside. So really cool antique there. We've got them stacked up. You can see all the details on the quilts in the online auction, but there's several good and all antique handmade quilts here. There's also two beautiful tapestries, this being one of them. And then on, if that tapestry's on this, let's see, what's the name? I forgot it. Well, what's the brand name? Stearns & Foster Queen mattress on the adjustable frame. I can't remember the frame, but you got the Stearns & Foster very high-end mattress. They're so high-end, the people that make the mattress actually sign them. This is a good, clean condition, and the adjustable base is fully functioning on that. So if you're ready to upgrade your queen size bed, that's a good one to do it with. Love this little table in the middle. That's auction. Got a spare chair there on the tag, and then this pretty little chair, also an auction item. Auctioning off the floral prints as well. And then there's going to be a closet with some men's clothes and, again, handy household items. I've got the couple dividers, file cabinet, some things like that. There's a good selection of hats here. It's always good to get a good new hat. And we may be selling this safe. I'm still getting clarification on that, but it could be possible you can grab a safe out of the sale as well. Coming around back into the house, we've got this sort of den here, and this is two more pieces of IKEA furniture. So it's another one of those Poang chairs, singular in this case, and then another nice IKEA couch. And then on this couch, this is a special item here. I'm just going to point it out. That's the handmade signed dulcimer. This one's made by Warren May. He's a very famous guy out of Kentucky for his dulcimer making. So you've got we say Southern treasure. I was going to say East Tennessee, but it's really Kentucky. That's a fine piece. And with the look at little hummingbird cutouts and slightly off center shape. So that's a cool dulcimer if you learn to play. That's a good one. And these folks love their folk music. You'll see some albums upstairs as well. You're going to have a couple different TVs with sound bars and subwoofer on that one all go together. And then in the tag sale, there's some furniture, rugs in the auction. We got some household handy items, all the plugs and cords and office supplies and everything you need. There's going to be a bunch of good costume jewelry here. This is just some of it in these two trays where we had parked right here waiting for the sale. But then also here, we're in the kitchen now. You can see we've got a lot of good, useful kitchen items. There's a nice selection here of the cast iron cookware. Nothing like making a pot of beans in cast iron. And then, of course, cooking your pancakes on cast iron, you can't beat that as well. So some good appliances here. All your kitchen hand utensils. Got steak knives, a set of flatware there. There's a good selection of your wooden utensils there in a Longaberger basket. And we'll have a bit of food. Like I said, this is an entire tote full of cookie cutters. So if you're a cookie cutter fan, you definitely want to take a look at that. And then if I just glance you out the window there, just seeing part of it, but you do have some nice porch furniture, and spring is coming. Even though it's 12 degrees this week, spring is coming. All right, we've got some nice china here, and there's a mixture of stuff that's in the auction and the tag sale on this table. And then back in the garage, I mentioned this gentleman that lives here was a woodworker, and so you can see some of his beautiful hand-turned wood items up here. We've got Fostoria crystal, good jug, some salt glaze pieces, just some fun collectibles around here. And, sterling bowl and plate sitting there on the table. So you've got some good collectibles. The plants are all for sale as well in this house. And then up on top of this cabinet, which is not in the sale, there is some very pretty pieces. Again, I made a selection of this gentleman's handmade wood pieces to go in there, as well as some cloisonne and some really cool Chinese tea jars, local pottery, stuff like that. There's a set of these 4 chairs here. You can see a couple there. There's 2 more hiding around me someplace else. I like the handmade broom and the forks and that sort of stuff. So you'll have some of that items as well. And then there's a really pretty chair here on the side. That's one more time in the auction. Got a lovely rug under the table. The table is also in the auction. That the footstool will be tagged, and then there's some pretty tagged. There's a great little selection of coasters there that was interesting. And then this couch is straight up beautiful. Again, this is dragonflies on red silk, and it's immaculately clean. That's I can't imagine how much that was new. Very expensive. That'll be in the auction. something to consider buying on the buy now at $600, or let it sell to the high bid and take your chances. There's another nice runner here. There's a little table there leaning behind the one mine's leaning on, and a few other items here. Just we found this little miscellaneous items, watches, and there's a Southwestern watch there. Again, you'll have a lot of nice jewelry around the house. Excuse me. And there's a little selection there. Coming across this table on the backside, again, little collectibles, jars, vases, silver plate, some pretty little items going across the top. And we'll have this is a beautiful writing box. And then you have these other boxes which are tagged. You got a Singer here. That's the 221 featherweight, complete, and a good vintage piece there. And the wood box is one of the old microscopes. That's another box selling, and it's selling with the contents, which is all musical instruments. And then a block set, handmade blocks, more tops. There's a whole collection of tops in here, spinning tops, like kids' toys. And then there's another neat box down there as well. All around, you're going to see artwork through the house. I haven't paid too much attention to what's on the walls up till now, but there's some pretty pieces and mirrors, et cetera, and you'll be finding those in the tag sale photos. You can see a full catalog of the tag sale photos on the website, 7seasestatesales.com. Just look at the sale for the 28th of February and March 1st. You'll also find the link to the online auction there, which is at bid7seasestatesales.com. Coming upstairs now, really another nice, beautiful rug. And then we've got leather chair. There's a pair of this one. The other one's in the other room. Got the nice leather couch. There's a matching pair of these tables. You'll have another TV, speakers, the amplifier, all separate auction items. Got this shelf up for grabs in the tag sale. Got a shark in the auction. And then in this room here, we'll have this is like a little terrarium set up on top of this chest. The chest is not in the sale. And then I'm selling the bookshelves. Really fun selection of books right here. So you'll check those out. And then down here on the floor is one more. That's a Bernina sewing machine, high quality brand name there. Hugh Bailey makes an appearance here. This is a Hugh Bailey original. Line drawing and watercolor. So we've got that cute little artwork there. This one also in the auction. Good, maybe it's Bruges, but some famous bridge in Europe. And then a couple other ones that we tagged. One last room to take a peek at, folks. This is the twin bedroom. So if you need twin beds in the house, this is a good opportunity to get you some that's nice quality solid wood with good mattresses on it. There's a chest set in the auction. You're going to find some toys and other good collectibles. If you build plastic models, there's a good selection up in there. Most of those are complete, still unassembled and some partly assembled. And then I mentioned this downstairs that they like their folk music. Now, that's rare for me to find this. This is like one tick older than where I was entering the music scene. I'm familiar with all these folks, but Carole King and Melanie and Woody Guthrie. This is, 60s hardcore, maybe even late 50s, some of this stuff. Folk music, really. And, there's a lot of Irish people that you'd hear on the radio doing folk music and Irish music, traditional ballads and that sort of thing. So very interesting selection in the record albums. There's also a bunch of CDs and tapes there I didn't show. More toys here, more lamps, toys again, plants selling, got some tables, office supply, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what you're not seeing here, as I just cruised through what's in the house, you're missing the good jewelry. There's 60 or 80 lots. I can't remember right off the bat. Really nice jewelry in the house. We've got these grow lights here, but there's a lot of nice jewelry in the sale and a full run of coins in the last 70 or 80 lots of the auction. So please jump on 7seasestatesales.com or bid 7 Seas Estate Sales, and then watch for the appointment scheduler. Hope to see you out at this sale on February 28th.